This week, the ABC 57 morning team heads to Plymouth, where a local company is changing the way movies are made around the globe.
It may sound and look like a normal factory, but what's happening inside Kessler Crane in Plymouth is so much more. It started when Eric Kessler and his friends were making some amateur films.
We got to the point where we needed some equipment, but didn't want to invest a lot of money into it.
It turns out other filmmakers were looking for the same.
And we started building about 10 units a week, and they were selling about 10 units a week.
Cut to a few years later, and Eric's small operation in his garage has morphed into this 60,000 square foot warehouse.
After about a year, we realized that just trying to keep up with the demand and the new items people were requesting was probably eating up 60 to 70 hours of my week. On top of working a full-time job, I had to make a choice to go one way or the other.
The morning team got to take a special tour of that factory to see what exactly Kessler Crane was all about.
This would allow the camera to be lifted and lowered and swung in different directions to get like flyover shots.
Okay.
And if that doesn't impress you, maybe this will. Kessler's equipment has been used on several movie sets, including Need for Speed.
A lot of our stuff was used to do a lot of the in-car stuff or areas where they had to get small equipment in.
Despite Hollywood's interest, Eric's vision has always been providing quality equipment for everyday filmmakers. Most of it so user-friendly, even Greg mastered it.
Yep, so now do you want it to be a 2 keyframe or that was a 3?
We'll just go with 2.
Okay, so just select two keyframes.
What's the coolest for you that you've heard that you're, the coolest place or the coolest people that are using your products?
The Mythbusters one was pretty exciting. I was a big fan of Mythbusters and see, you know, Jamie and Adam setting up our equipment or working with it in some way. That was pretty neat.
But perhaps the neatest part for Eric has been being able to keep so much of the work he does local.
So you said 90% of everything you guys make is made right here, is that right?
In Indiana.
In Indiana.
Yeah, and probably about 60% of our total operations are done inside this building.
Currently, he employs just under 50 people and hopes to add another 5 to 10 in the next year or two.
It makes me feel good that we can do our small part here to try to keep some jobs here in America, in Indiana especially.
And most of all, being able to say his products are made in Michiana.